Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, October the 12th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. There's a look at the Skycam from Mount Cheaha at the early hour of 6 a.m., and we're seeing a little color in the eastern horizon. High pressure at the surface is going to keep things warm and dry for the weekend. That combined with the upper ridge, keeping things, like I say, warm and dry, as temperatures generally running on the order of 5 to 7 degrees above for highs than we typically should be at this time of October. Temperatures across the country look pretty nice, and you can see that ridge, the effects of that ridge, warming things up into the 60s all the way up to the Great Lakes, up around Lake Michigan and at least the southern portions of Lake Michigan. No temperatures that are real chilly around here, although the northeast part of the state is coming in the mid-40s this morning, but for most of us, we're in the mid-50s for the most part. QPF-wise, rainfall-wise, much of the rain for the next 5 days stays off to our west and northwest, so we're going to stay dry probably until Wednesday afternoon. Storm Prediction Center has no specific slight risk area outlooked. They do note a C-text in North Texas. On day 2, they have a couple of C-text areas on the eastern slopes of the Rockies in eastern New Mexico and western Texas, as well as eastern Colorado. The tropics are somewhat quiet. We have one area that's being watched for development, and that area it looks like it's going to move to the west-northwest, and it will stay to the northeast of the Leeward or Windward Islands, so likely to not be a major concern for land. The 06Z GFS model run, and of course here comes a bit of a front across the Central Plains, but we're under high pressure, so we stay warm and dry today. By tomorrow, that front should wash out, and we may see a few more clouds, but other than that, I think the ridge is holding fairly strong as the upper trough shears out to the northeast, so the overall front loses any support. The ridge builds back in stronger on Monday, so another warm day is in store for us on Monday. Tuesday, we see a nice potent system coming in, and we have another concern, and that is at the surface, we can see the potential for the development of the wedge or the cold air damming. So I think temperatures drop back a bit on Tuesday thanks to the wedge. By Wednesday, the trough is shearing out in two pieces. We see one going past the Great Lakes, but another one holding back into the I guess you'd call it the southern Rockies in the vicinity of the Oklahoma Panhandle. And that one helping, or that whole system helping to bring a cold front down into our area. So I think the rain becomes a possibility by Wednesday afternoon. By Thursday, that first one is up into southeastern Canada, and the second one is coming by, so it looks like the front comes into the area. So I think we see some rain probably for at least the first half of Thursday and maybe even into the early afternoon on Thursday, but it should be ending. And the overall troughiness sharpens up on Friday with those two pieces that have gone by, but that third one, you might say, dropping in. So the GFS suggesting that it's going to turn a little bit cooler on Friday and into Saturday as that trough once again shears out as the ridge over the Gulf manages to hold a little bit. But in the meantime, we do see the thicknesses drop just a bit. So it looks like probably on Friday we may struggle to see temperatures get much above about 70 or 71. Looking out into voodoo country. Oh, and by the way, before we do that, staying with the map here, there are some differences between the European and the GFS, but we're out 7 days, so edging on voodoo country, no reason to really talk a whole lot about all those differences because we know about voodoo country, and there is voodoo country around the 22nd of October, and certainly a ridge still in place with a nice sizable trough, so that looks fairly warm for us. And then we see a much cooler look as we get around the 28th, just in time for Halloween. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this Saturday morning. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Stay tuned to the blog for weather updates and enjoy whatever activities take you outside in this warm fall weather.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news in all of Central Alabama.
In back-to-back ratings periods,
more people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.